I was just going through my room, actually just looking for a rock. I need to go through and just weed out and throw things outside that I don't need, and there's so many here. Um, well, these ones, this is a raw one, so I'm ready to take on washing it. This one, I mean, I started to trace lines. There are some here that are so bad. Like this, I don't even want to show what I did to it because it's like I know there's something on it. I'm gonna dump paint on it until and it's like it was actually the meaning of this was kind of frightening, and I saw several like it. The best way to get all that crap off of there is just leave it outside and let the weather take care of it. Because, yeah, I think I just went a little insane with it. We'll not look at that. But there was some things like I made this for my husband. Uh, that's Bernie Sanders. So I was like part of this rock group before I really like the kind. I hate saying rock group. It's like sounds like I've got a Fender Stratocaster and I'm ready to play. Um, um, yeah, it was like 860 rocks. Okay, that's my area code. um, so what you do, you go places and you decorate rocks, you paint them, and I found out that like I thought it would be nice if I coated them with like a resin, which I actually use Gorilla Glue, and that doesn't weather well. So I made these really beautiful, shiny pieces of art. Hopefully, some people found them, but they the resin actually falls off. So Gorilla Glue is not that great. But check out this beach stone. I hated taking this to some of those open forum groups. Um, People there could be so cruel. Um, you can see the little, I think that's a baby, all wrapped up. Isn't that pretty? It's so smooth. It's like shirt. Here's another one of those red stones. Something else for me to wash. It doesn't look like anything, but hell, it's something. We know that. I've made that clear. Um, Even my aunt sent some pumice to my husband because I guess he was asking about it. I was looking at this. You know what I saw? When I actually compared this to some of my artifacts, and it seemed to have the same structure. It's just burnt to a crisp. Um, there's not much left, but imagine like that triangular shape where you have like a bear head, like an ear, a nose, an eye, a mouth. Um, yeah, she went on vacation to Iceland, and she brought back some pumice. Um, it's like I could pick these up and I know where they came from. I remember. I'm just going to turn it. You see it? This is from Western Connecticut. If you see something, let me know. I see stuff, but it's like sometimes what I see and what somebody else sees isn't the same thing. Um, all these crystal pieces. This 100% looks like it's been chipped and shaped into that. And it's like when I found it, I just kept going on like, what is this? It doesn't it's not an arrowhead, but you know, because most people, every time they pick up one of these pieces of art, the first thing they're going to, any kind of rock, I don't care what it is, all they think is tool. Everything that the paleo people did was they needed tools. Well, yeah, but some things just don't make good tools. And maybe they were very religious, and maybe they wanted to put souls in everything that they held on to. And this is just really nice. I mean, maybe they were trying to put stories in it. You know how many books we have? I mean, how many books do we use as tools? I have a lot of freaking books, you know, over here, you know, things like that. Can't use that to plow a field, could I? You know, I forgot what kind of rock. This is something from. This is something from the gem store, but you know, I still pick up the gems, um, gems from gem stores, and they still have a shape. I have over here somewhere a piece of an emerald piece, and it has a shape too. Over here, I went to, you know, I didn't even know what chert was, and I was over in Boston with my husband. He kind of like left me to go play with the rocks because, you know, that's all I do, right? And I was like just fascinated because they looked like they had been chipped. I don't ask me what these all are or what they represent or if they represent anything, but I love the feel of that. And I suppose if you were a paleo native, you probably would have absolutely loved this. I have picked them up and found representations on them. Like, what if I hold it that way? What if that's a guy looking to the left? I mean, I'm just suggesting it because I just picked this up and haven't held it. Oh wait, that looks like two teeth. So if that was a roaring animal. Now, mind you, if it's a rock, you can only do so much with it. It already has like a preformed shape. This looks kind of pumicey. And I found that. So, I mean, if you're thinking Boston, it's at the harbor. There could be a lot of slag, iron slag. So it's just interesting. I have artifacts that are old and new. I mean, you can imagine what this stuff. Mainly, it's like when I go through this stuff, there's just a lot of things I need to get rid of, but also I'm trying to rediscover. Like, I thought that was pretty epic, trying to, you know, finding ground sloth. Let's see, you can make a lot out of these pieces. This looks like one of those pieces that I found in the wall. If you go back in my videos, I could tell you what that was. I found several stacked up, and I think it was part of a burial area. So there was a bunch stacked up, and I kind of just grabbed them, thinking that they were actual fossils. This looks like an animal laying down. I mean, it's not as beautiful as like my little mammoth. It's not as gorgeous as the Megatherium. But I suppose if you're like putting together a grave, you don't want to spend too much time working on it. I remember taking this piece and, you know, photographing it, and I take some pretty good pictures, but showing it to a group. Now you take a crystal and just chip it, or even, an animal tooth or something. You chip it into facets. Um, Being an artist, sometimes you have to know some different kinds of style of art. Sometimes you have realism, and sometimes you have minimalism. So if you're going to chip a rock into something that represents something, such as a big cat or a ground sloth or a mammoth or a wolf, you are going to be forced to use minimalism. Does that make sense? So let's say I hold it up like this, and you've got an ear there and a nose there. Or if you turn it this way, ear there, nose there, and there's the eye, there's the mouth. Um, it's just that we have gotten to the place where we need to see a work by Michelangelo or something where we can identify that as Bernie Sanders. Okay. You notice this, like you've got an animal head here, and then you've got its legs down here. It's lying down. There's its back. I don't know, if my kindergartner came home with something like this, I'd be pretty impressed. But turn it this way. There's that ear again. Well, think of an angry cat with its ears back, both ears, the top of the head, the eye, the nose, the open mouth. There. I just keep this over here, in my room. Because I know what it is, or I know what it represents, and I know it's old. If you turn it that way, maybe you've got an effigy face in there, because that's what people like to do. They like to make portraits looking right. There's a lot of possibilities with this. So that's something I just say, is just be open-minded. This is another one from a gem store. Oops, I dropped it. If you ask me what it is again, I can't remember. It has like some pink in it, and I think this is the reason. The reason I chose it was the ear up here. It's a cat head. I don't think I paid much for it, but somebody did that. Okay, well, everyone, have a great day. Hope you learned something.